What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the TCU versus Baylor college football matchup going down Saturday, October 18th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it. We got Week 8 college football taking center stage on Saturday, Week 7 NFL as well on Sunday, with plenty of Major League Baseball and NHL action in between. And Tuesday marks the return of the NBA as well. So make sure that you jump on board and remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. But let's get to this one between TCU and Baylor. And you got an interesting Big 12 matchup here, as you've got the TCU Horned Frogs coming into this one 4-2 on the year, straight up, and 3-3 against the number, while Baylor 4-2 straight up, 1-5 against the number. TCU coming off of the 41-28 loss at the hands of Kansas State in their last game. They've alternated wins and losses in 4 straight games, while Baylor comes in off the 35-34 win over Kansas State prior to last week's bye week. But this is a Baylor team that's failed to cover in 4 straight games. You know, they failed to cover against Oklahoma State, they didn't cover against Samford, laying a massive number, and lost outright at home as a field goal favorite to Arizona State. So we've seen Baylor have some hiccups as of late, but when this Baylor team is humming, you know, this offense can go. I mean, they've scored 35 points or more in 4 of their last 5 games, the outlier being that Arizona State loss. But we've seen Sawyer Robertson, good for usually 300-plus passing yards a game, you know, can air it out, fairly accurate arm. This is still a Baylor offense that leads the country in passing offense. And TCU's pass defense, 100th in FBS in passing yards allowed per game, 96th in yards per completion, 113th in yards per attempt. You know, the strength of TCU's defense is the front seven stopping the run. I don't think that's going to be a problem here for Baylor, considering they prefer to pass it. They're third in passing attempts per game in the FBS. So I think Baylor's going to air it out on TCU, but I also think TCU's going to air it out on Baylor here. You know, TCU's top 5 in passing, top 25 in yards per completion and yards per attempt against a Baylor defense that's 76th against the pass. Not great against the run, but again, TCU doesn't like to run the football much either. To me, this is going to be a bit of a track meet. We've seen Baylor's defense, look like matadors out there at times. They've allowed 27 plus in 3 straight, and in 5 of their 6 games this season. You know, TCU, on the other hand, they've allowed 41 to Kansas State. And while the defense has been better for TCU, it still hasn't stopped this team from finding themselves in track meets and high-scoring games for the better part of the season. So I'm expecting nothing different here. I think this total sitting around 64, 65 for a reason. I like the over here. I think we're going to get a high-scoring game. Could be something like 38, 35, something along those lines. So give me the over here between TCU and Baylor, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.